happening at the same time. There's an election coming up in in another year. 56. There are by-elections that are coming up on the 16th of July where people are just, but beyond that, the voice of the people still seems to be speaking the way in which it spoke in June 2024. And the question is that some of these issues are yet to be addressed, that they're still lingering in the psyche of people. With the commemoration happening tomorrow, and because it was around this time that there was the birth of the broad-based, it was around this time that, folks said, it's our time to now pick up the mantle when it comes to really fighting for the freedom of Kenya. So June 25th is tomorrow.
Yes.
Linda Mwananchi said yesterday, well, we're going to stop all of our next activities because we are going to stand with the people of Kenya before we continue. What is the thought around this at the moment, especially when folks are saying protest but be careful?
Yes. And I think why we are saying protest but be careful is because we have seen how after the June 25th, the first major demonstration by the young people that came out to, like you've said, take up their mantle and remind the government that they, the people, have the power. And it was at a time when this current government demonstrated their tone-deaf, aura towards the plight of the people, and the young people then, regardless of their tribe and ages, showed up to the streets to demonstrate against the then finance bill. Very important to note that all the leaders of Linda Mwananchi have always voted no to any bill that the people of Kenya have said we do not want this bill. These are the issues that we have around this bill. Can you speak out on our behalf? Can you vote no? And so it's very obvious for us to understand what the young people are still going through years later, owing to the fact that even on the first Maandamano, most of our leaders were notably very vocal about, supporting the young people. We had Babu Owino literally jump off the fence to join demonstrators, and he did join the Maandamano. Edwin Sifuna was out there literally fighting the police, trying to stand between bullets of the young people. And this is a day that reminds the young people how powerful they are, how also government attempted to scare them by killing their comrades. This is a day that young people saw death on the streets. They carried dead comrades and wrapped them in the Kenyan flag. This is a day we saw Denzel Washington Omondi's body days after the demonstration lying down in a dam. You were going to view his body. It was so disfigured you could barely recognize him. And he was a student in JKUAT. So this is a day that government communicated to young people that your voice doesn't matter, that any time you try to, tell us something, we're going to silence you with bullets. And now they have turned those bullets into gunism. And we've seen the police very many times walking around with guns and disrupting even peaceful, engagements. The latest one being in All Saints Cathedral, where allegedly an elected member of parliament from Nairobi, from ODM, is suspected to have participated in sending guns into a church, where the church was literally just, exercising its civil responsibility and duty in engaging their members on the contents of the finance bill. And so when we say be careful, it's because we are very aware of how far this government is willing to go to silence the people of this country that are calling them out on their decisions, on how they are plunging public funds, on how they continue to make decisions and that are costing Kenyans. Yesterday, Duale was in court apologizing for defiling a court order. And all he got was, we accept your apology.
Carry on.
And so we are living in the reality of nothing has changed. Even the carelessness of government now coming weeks to the Gen Z commemoration to say, now we have money to compensate these families. I mean, how?
Wow.
I mean, how timely for them now to come, as if to just tell us, please take this, keep quiet, don't show up.
We don't have another budget.
And then in the same court, you look at the Rex Masai case. IPOA in court, we all saw that. Did you secure the cartilage? No. Did you secure the bullet? No. So in other words, on one end, government is giving out money. On the other hand, the same government has carelessly handled a whole investigation of the face of our demonstration, who was Rex Masai, and literally telling us this guy is going